Written by Matt Fitton, Rob Gill, Andrew Smith, and John Dorney, and released in November 2017, Unit Encounters is the 5th season of the Big Finish Unit spin-off featuring Kate Stewart and Osgood. I gotta tell you, I never expected Unit, the new series, to get this far, but I'm really glad it did, because this stuff is awesome. The Dalek transaction shows us that it is still possible to do an original, creative Dalek story. It throws the Unit team into an unfamiliar setting, believably cuts them off from their vast resources, and puts them in the crosshairs of some very unsavory individuals. Now, Daleks and guerrilla warfare doesn't sound as though they should work as a story, but they do. The Dalek transaction is a great Dalek story, and it does a great job of reminding listeners why the Daleks are so dangerous. In this case, we have a Dalek bringing the hurt without its metal shell. Original, am I right? Not only that, but it feels good to get away from the urban jungle and see how Unit operates in the organic one. The dialogue and chemistry between Kate and her team continues to highlight how good this spin-off is, and even after 4 seasons, going on 5, Big Finish still knows how to keep these characters entertaining. On the downside, the South America accents the guest cast adopt sound very sloppy and can take you out of the story. Likewise, the guest cast itself aren't really memorable. In many ways, they are just there to be cannon fodder. There is a surprisingly large amount of twists in this story, and they do their job holding listeners' attention. Also, worth noting, it's that unlike previous box sets, Unit Encounters do not follow the traditional miniseries style storytelling. Next up, we have Invocation, which is another word for incantation, written by Rob Gill. This is probably my least favorite story in the box set. I also wonder why Big Finish even bothered to include it, as it doesn't appear to link to the arc of the series, nor does it fit in with the usual style. Here we have a poorly disguised Halloween-themed episode which tries really hard to make us believe that Doctor Who has a concept of the paranormal by throwing in ghosts in haunted houses. Magic is just science we don't understand. That's Doctor Who's motto. Except here, in its defense, this is also one of the few stories in the entire series to explore Kate Stewart's background and give her character a little more to stand on. Her interactions with her former childhood friend, Ben Donnelly, are nice enough, but both Ben and his mother Alice are not given nearly enough good material to stand out. Lastly, the first 10 minutes of the story are incredibly meh, and this is not because of a pacing problem. There are no pacing problems here. The story flows rather organically, in fact. What I mean is, the first 10 minutes feel like they go on for way too long, and it's this portion of the episode where the story tries to swindle you into the whole ghost inspector's a real thing. The Sontaran Project continues Big Finish's long-standing tradition of doing the Sontarans justice, partly because the TV series refuses to do so. The Sontarans haven't been a credible threat since the Sontaran two-parter in Series 4, but Big Finish periodically releases great Sontaran stories, and this one is no different. First off, Dan Starkey is usually really amazing as the Sontarans, especially when he gets to do the new series voice for them, but his take on Commander Mercs is up there with the best. The script does a wonderful job diving into the psyche of Sontarans, and it really succeeds in painting them with as something more than a bunch of trigger-happy warriors. At the same time, this is a very unusual story to put a Sontaran in, but it worked for Jude in Chains, and it worked wonders here. I also like how the script allows Colonel Shindy to take the lead, while usually very entertaining, is often the Benton to Unit's Mike Yates. There's also a novel concept of the humans and the Sontarans working together. Again, this is not in the Sontarans' wheelhouse, but the script balances that with some freshness that allows the story to flourish. False Negative closes the series with an Osgood and Josh-centric episode. This script is a fantastic way to end things on in terms of the story's strength. It's arguably the best script, and it's filled with all kinds of craziness that not only does a good job confusing you, but the characters as well. It finds Osgood and Joss accidentally being transported to an evil parallel world, aka Inferno, and getting caught up in evil Osgood and evil Josh's plans. Naturally, given the audio format of the story, the script likes to confuse you about which version of which character is present. It makes the head hurt, but it's all in good fun. This story also dives deeper into the world Osgood and Josh romance and throws in a couple of teases at our expense. There's also lots of fun to be had with Gemma Redgrave playing an incompetent Kate Stewart. It's so much fun listening to these actors play such bizarre incarnations of their characters. All through all this, the script still makes sure to put plot first. On the downside, this box set doesn't resolve the arc it set up. There's a nagging sense of, is that it? With no real payoff. The story works as a standalone, Monster of the Week box set, but not as a miniseries we've come to expect from UNIT. Tell us what you thought of UNIT Encounters in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel for more Big Finish reviews. And don't forget to drop a comment or tweet at me about other titles you want me to review. Until next time.